Diary of a Wimpy Kid, page 72. I figured spending a few hours with Grandma and her bingo and friends was pretty fair price to have to pay for a week's worth of snacks from the vending machine at school and the cafeteria. Grandma and her friends were experts on bingo, and they're real serious about it too. They have all sorts of kinds of lucky bottles and bingo trolls and stuff like that to help them win. One of Grandma's friends is so good that she memorizes all of her cards and she doesn't even need a ball marker to mark them off. For some reason, tonight, Grandma and her friends aren't winning like they usually do, but then on all the cover games, or on all the cover all games, I got every square. I yelled out, "Bingo!" real loud, and the clerk came to my card to check my card. It turns out I messed up, and a couple of squares I didn't have. The clerk announced that my win was no good, and everyone else in the room was pretty happy that they could keep playing. Grandma told me not to call out much attention to myself, and I called out bingo again because the regulars don't like it when a newcomer wins. I thought Grandma was pulling my leg, but sure enough, the regulars sent one of their old ladies to intimidate me. And I have to admit, she did her job really well. Well, today wasn't exactly my best day ever for starters. I flunked out my science test, so I probably wouldn't have been a good idea to have studied last night instead of spending hours playing bingo. Or it would have been a good idea. I fell asleep in sixth period today, and this time it was cold. Miss Watson had to shake me into getting up this morning. As a punishment, I had to sit in front of the entire room. It was just fine with me because at least up there I could sleep in peace. I just wish that someone would have woke me up during sixth period because I didn't wake up until the next period started. The class woke up in and taught Miss Laurie. Miss Laurie gave me detention, and on Monday I am going to have to stay after school to serve it. Tonight, I was totally jittery from my sugar withdrawal, and I didn't even have any money to go get soda or candy from the convenience store. I did something I'm not real proud of. I went to Miss Rowley's and dug up the time capsule we buried in the front yard, but I only did it because I was desperate. I took the time capsule to my house, opened it, and I got my $3. And I went down to the convenience store and bought myself a soda and some gummy bears and a candy. Naughty little boy. Oh my goodness. Okay. I guess I feel bad that the time capsule me and Rolly put together didn't stay buried for a few hundred years. On the other hand, it was kind of neat that one of us got to open it because we actually put some really good stuff in there. Monday, I really didn't know what to expect from detention, but I walked into the room, and the first thing I thought was, I don't belong here with these criminals. Check that out. He's chuckling, honey. Anyways, I took the only empty seat, which was right in front of this kid named Leon Rickett. Leon is not the brightest kid in our school, and he is in detention because of what he did when he was on WhatsApp. When a wasp landed WhatsApp. Not the best reader. Get over it. Okay, WhatsApp. Oh my gosh, a wasp landed on our window in a homeroom. I found out that y'all do need attention here and sit over there and wait for this to be over. You're not allowed to read your homework or anything, which is a really dumb rule considering most of the kids could really use the extra study time. Mr. Ray was the moderator, and he is more or less kept his eye on us, but every time Mr. Ray looked at Lennon and he flicked my ear in and gave me a wet willy or something like that. Even Leon got careless and Mr. Ray caught Leon's finger in my ear. Oh, what a brat. Oh my goodness, hopefully kids aren't like that. Mr. Ray said that if I got caught Leon touching me again, he was going to be in big trouble. Yes, Mr. Ray. See him. I knew Leon was just going to go back to bugging me, so I decided to stop it, or put a stop to it. As soon as Mr. Riley's back was turned, I slapped my hands together and made it sound like he hit me. Mr. Ray turned around and told Leon that he was going to have to stay for another half an hour and that he had detention going tomorrow. On the way home, I was wondering if I made the smartest move back there at the school. Not exactly the fastest runner. An hour and a half is a big head start. Tonight, I realized all my current problems could be tracked back to someone in my family starting stealing the lunch snacks, so I decided to catch the thief once and for all. I knew Mom had gone to the grocery store shopping this weekend, so there was a fresh supply of snacks in the laundry room. This meant that the snack thief was pretty much guaranteed to strike. Snacks sound good. After dinner, I went into the laundry room and turned off the light. When I climbed in an empty bucket and waited for about a half hour, someone came in the room and turned on the light, and I hid under the towel. But it turns out it was just Mom. I stayed perfectly still while she got the clothes out of the dryer. Mom didn't notice me there, and she dumped the clothes from the dryer right into the bin where I was hiding. When she walked out of the room, I waited for some more time. I was seriously ready to wait there all night if that's what it took. But the clothes from the dryer were really warm and I was feeling kind of drowsy, and before I knew it, I was asleep. I don't know how many hours I slept, but what I do know is when I woke up, the sound of crinkling cellophane. When I heard the sound of chewing, I turned my flashlight on and caught the thief red-handed. It was my dad. Man, I should have known it was him from the start. When it comes to junk food, he is a total addict. I started to give my dad a piece of my mind, but he cut me off. I wasn't even interested in talking of why he was stealing the lunch snacks. What was he interested in talking about? What the heck are you doing in the buried pile of Mom's underwear in the middle of the night? Right at that moment, we heard Mom coming down the stairs. I think me and Dad realized how bad the situation was for both of us, so we both just grabbed the oatmeal creams and we would carry as many oatmeal creams as we could carry and made a run for it. I was really steamed at my dad for stealing our lunch treats, and I was planning on confronting him tonight, but Dad was in bed by 6 o'clock, so I didn't get my chance. I went to bed early because he was depressed about something that happened when he got home from work. When Dad was getting the mail, the neighbors from up the streets, Schnellies, was walking down the hill with their new baby. Hi there, Frank. The baby's name was Seth, and I think about this every 2 months. Every time Schnellies had a baby for 6 months later, they grew a half birthday party and invited the neighbor. The highlight of Snella's birthday party is when the adults lined up and tried to make the baby laugh. The grown-ups all did these wacky things that made complete fools of themselves. Goo, how goo, how goo goo goo, how you goo 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 baby. And It had been every single Snella half birthday party, and no baby has laughed not once. Everyone knows the real reason Snellies came over for the half birthday parties. It's because of their big dreams to win the $10,000 grand prize on America's Funniest Family Videos. That is a TV show of where they play home videos and get people getting hit and in the groin and with golf balls and stuff like that. The Snellies are just hoping that something really funny happens at their party so that they can catch it on videotape, and actually got some pretty good stuff over the years. During Snellies' half birthday party, Mr. Bittner split his pants doing the jumping jacks, and during Scott Snellies' party, the Odom was walking backwards, and he fell into the baby pool. Wah! Okay, we're going to stop there. We're on page 86. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you very much.